very important to get now people are understanding or not. Whilst observing, people can come to know what I am explaining. That is fine.
Good afternoon, all of you, respected director, all the faculty members, and my lovely girlfriend. Today, I am going to deliver a seminar topic on net zero energy building. I am Saroj Shankar from 4th Civil Engineering branch. Today, I will give a brief introduction about the net zero energy building, classification of net zero energy building on the basis of renewable energy supply, zero energy building present recently in the world, design strategy for the low and net zero energy building, sustainable system included in the building, solar array system in the roof, and advantage and disadvantage of zero energy building. Before introducing about the topic, let me ask all the future civil engineer and present civil engineer. Won't it be amazing if a dream house generates heat energy itself? Now let me go to the topic zero energy building. Zero energy building means a building that generates the power and energy it consumes itself. Zero energy building is a grid connected, efficient building that balances a total energy need by on-site generation. As a main concept of zero energy building is 100% of the energy is produced from the low cost locally available goods and renewable energy sources, even if the energy is generated off the site. And the zero energy building is defined on 4 bases. First one is net zero site energy. In net zero site energy, all the energy and the power required by the zero energy building is produced within the site. And second one is net off-site zero energy. In this, amount of energy required for the building is gathered from the off-site sources. And third one is net zero energy cost. The cost of purchasing energy. The cost of purchasing energy is varied by income from the sales of electricity to the grid of electricity. There is a use of wind turbine and photovoltaic system which generate electricity, and if there is surplus energy from this system, then it is exported to the grid system. And fourth one is net zero emission. It is also called net zero carbon emission because the amount of carbon present on-site and off-site is compensated by the building using the on-site renewable energy production. This is a classification done on the basis of renewable energy supply. First classification is on the basis of on-site supply option. Classification A contains it uses the renewable resources that is available within the building. It uses all the renewable resources that is present within the building footprint. For example, you can use photovoltaic, hot solar water, and wind located on the building. Second classification is number B, classification B. In this classification, this type of building use the same type of renewable resources which are being classified in A, as well as it also use the resources which are available in the building territory, building site, and dedicated to the building. Example is photovoltaics, solar hot water, low impact hydroelectric, and wind located on parking lots, adjacent open space. If there is any open space nearby the building, you can use the photovoltaic panel on that open space and generate electricity for the building. Third one is classification C. It is off-site supply option. In this classification, this type of zero energy building also use the same pattern, same energy generated by the zero energy buildings classification A and B. Additionally, this also use the renewable resources which are produced from off-site rather than the building territory. Those energy which are off-site from the building is categorized on classification C. Example is biomass, wood petals, ethanol, and the biodiesel that can be imported from the off-site area. Last one is classification D. It uses the renewable resources which are described in zero energy building A, B, and C. Further, It purchases the additional energy. If the building required additional energy, then it purchases the resources from renewable energy sources, which is certified by the Energy Certified Program as well as Green E 2009. An example are utility-based wind, photovoltaic emission, credit, and other green purchasing options. This is one of the zero energy building that is present in the world. All of you know it. There is a solar panel used in the building, which I will present you later on the next slide. Now let me go to the design strategy of the zero energy building. First one is building system performance design. Good design practice always reduces energy demand. Thermal insulation building system, text coated full wall, highly insulated roof system, daylighting, centralized mechanical, electrical room, energy efficient insulated window system, HVAC and electrical system. Because of use of this system, zero energy building completely use no any energy from outside. It just generates energy itself, and those energy are used within the building for generating the day work. System incorporate or other system, those systems which are incorporated in this zero energy building are photovoltaic system, wind turbine and rainwater harvesting. The water which is produced, which is available in the building, is also again used for the harvesting purpose for maintaining the good environment of the zero energy building. These are some other sustainable systems included in the